Hi guys, Sabrish here. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you all the interview questions and answers that I had prepared for my visa interview. These answers will be specifically tailored according to my own requirements and needs. So you can just rephrase all these answers according to your own requirements. So let's get into this video. I've classified these kind of questions into 5 categories. They are questions related to your master's degree and why you chose US to be the destination, university related questions, subject related questions. I'll cover this in the later part of the video. The financial questions and your post graduation plans. And let's start now. The questions related to your masters in the US. So the first question is, why are you going to the US? For that, I can answer that I'll be going to the US to pursue a master's degree in computer science at Illinois Tech, Chicago. In case you have applied for any specialization courses, you can also mention that. But be sure to have this as an one-liner rather than just adding a few more points to this question. The next question is, why this degree? For that, my answer is, my undergraduate degree has provided me a strong foundation and I'm eager to specialize in a specific domain. And a master's degree provides the opportunity to gain practical experience through research projects. The main point that you have to note here is that a master's degree is going to focus more on research and the practical experience with the help of homeworks and assignments. So you have to be sure that you add all these points in your answer. Be sure to rephrase this according to your own needs. The next question is, why can't you continue your higher education in your home country or in India? The answer to this will also be the answer to the question, why did you choose US to be the destination? And for this answer, be sure not to stress on comparing countries. Do not provide any negative points towards your own country, saying that your country doesn't have these courses or it doesn't have the standards for that. Please do not mention that. So the answer for this that I had prepared is, while there are many good universities in India, I prefer USA as its curriculum is more inclined towards practical applications through homeworks and assignments. You have to understand that homeworks and assignments take up to 70% of your grading points in US from all the universities that you apply to. So you have to stress your answer towards this. The next point is, the international exposure that I gain from a globally recognized university in the US can provide a new perspective to my studies. This new perspective to my studies looks a bit more exaggerating. Please do not add this to your answer. But the main point that you have to mention here is that a globally recognized university. You have to mention that the universities in the US are globally recognized, and a degree from these universities will be a good additional advantage to your academic profile. So let's move on to the next part of the questions. The next is university related questions. How many universities did you apply to? For that, you can mention the number of universities I've applied to, and then you can mention all the university names. The next follow-up question will be, how many admits did you receive? For that, you can mention all the admits and rejects, and you'll have to be honest with them. If you have received any admits from really high ranked universities, then you can also mention that, but be sure to provide them a reason as to why you chose this university rather than a high ranking university. The next question is, why did you choose Illinois Tech or any other university? My answer is, I chose Illinois Tech to pursue my master's degree as a CS program has a unique curriculum. And I'll start to explain the curriculum that is going to be homeworks and assignments again. And then I'll mention a few subjects of my interest like natural language processing, computer vision and data mining. And if time is provided, I can also mention how the subject is going to be helpful for my jobs or the research that I wish to pursue. The next point is going to be the works of a professor. You can mention a professor's name whose research aligns with your area of interest. For example, if your interest is in AI or in machine learning, and if you see a professor whose research work is aligning with your area of interest, you can mention their name. And in case if you have talked with them, you can also mention that to them, saying that you have talked with the professor and you have shown your keen interest to him and you wish to work under him so that you can gain more knowledge from them. The next set of questions are financial questions. The question is, who will be financing your education? For that, you can explain whether it is going to be personal funds or family funds, or if you've received any loan sanction to you. You also have to mention your movable and the immovable assets that you have from your IT reports. And in case you've obtained any scholarship, you can also mention that obtaining a scholarship from the university makes the interviewer understand that you have an academically strong profile. The next question that they might ask you is, how did you obtain a scholarship? This specific question was asked to a friend of mine, and for that I had prepared this answer. I was awarded $7,000 for the first year through Graduate Pathway Scholarship. This is a scheme provided by Illinois Tech. I'll be mentioning this scheme to them. I would also mention that it was awarded to me based on my strong academic background and my research skills. I believe that I was awarded this scholarship based on my SOP, my LOR, and then my academic background, that is my CGPA. The next set of questions are going to be subject related questions, and right now in the year of 2024, a lot of students have experienced a new trend in the interview. There are many questions that are asked which are casual conversational questions. For an example, this was a question that was asked to my friend: what will you do apart from studying in the US? For this, I had prepared an answer. I would love to join a few clubs and organizations for students. I had also prepared a few organization names in the university. During breaks, I would love to explore the city to experience American culture. This is a generic answer, and I wish to proceed with this answer. Please be sure not to mention you wish to work on campus or join any internship, as this would just prove them that you are not going to the US to only study, but you wish to work there. You do not want them to think like that, so do not mention these points. The next is technical questions. For this, I will provide you some tips. Choose 3 or 4 subjects from my undergraduate degree and learn the latest news related to that. There have been instances where interviewers were asking students the subject that they liked in the undergraduate degree and ask them to define or explain a few terms to them. So you will have to choose a 3 or 4 subject from undergraduate degree and be sure of what the subject is related to. Also, get to know about the subjects in your master's degree. There have been other instances where they ask questions related to the subjects that will be choosing in their first semester of master's degree. So be prepared for that too. So I had personally prepared for these questions, like what is the latest development in AI, or what are LLMs, what is generative AI. I had prepared for these questions because I was thinking that they might ask me some questions related to the research that I had done in my undergraduate degree. So I had prepared some questions related to this. You can also prepare these kind of questions according to your own needs. You can pause it and check out all the content that I've written here. Next, the most important and decision-making question from the interviewer will be this question: what is your plan after graduation or your post-graduation plans? The most generic answer that any student can provide is, I wish to come back to India and work in a company. I have strong ties with my family and I want to take care of my parents. This answer seems to be way too generic and sentimental. This doesn't provide the interviewer an assurity that you will come back to India to work. Your answer has to be specific for this. For this, the answer can be like, I wish to come back to India and work as you have to mention a specific job role to them at a company name. It can be a company that is also based in USA, but be sure to mention this and a job role. You can also mention that my master's degree will play a major role in upskilling myself in this specific domain and make me ready to take this role. Or if you have any entrepreneurial business idea, you can also mention that, but be sure to explain that too. Do not be generic about this answer, as the main questions that will be decision taking, whether you will be approved or denied for your visa, is your financial question and your post graduation plans. So that is it for this video, and good luck if you are having your interview afterwards. So thank you so much.